Today we've got a two-channel C17 cargo plane to put together, and it's a GD005. It's got the gyroscope in it, so it's meant to be easy to fly. No company name on these. There's no brand. They're not proud of it, I guess. I don't know. The other day I put this one together. It's the GD006. And I got it because it's like very scale. It's got the little chrome spinners on the props. It's got the engine covers, same way to fly, differential thrust, two-channel. But I thought it was really cool because it's just like the Diamond aircraft, same way, you know. They didn't add on pusher props. They have them pulling. So same company makes that one, I guess. And so we'll see what we got. This one's not as big a wingspan. It's only 373 millimeters, so it's going to be a smaller one. That one's 550, but it'll be fun. I kind of like putting things together. That way take a little pride in building it. So you got the owner's manual, kind of good to have when you put it together, and then you got the rear horizontal stabilizer and the vertical one, and this is the wing size just to compare. 550 compared to this one, it's quite a bit smaller, but it'll be pretty cool. It'll be like a fat plane going through the air. And then the fuselage is right there. We even get to put in the receiver boards, got the gyro in there, and there's the batteries. Got some pretty small writing on it, but 3.7, 300 milliamp, and thankfully it's got the common connector, little mini low-C, same as my SEMA drone, same as most of my other two-channel and three-channel planes. And then it's got the 4 little engines you get to assemble, and the little remote high rate and low rate, and it's got optional LED lights you could add on later, plug into the board, and then you'd have the light switch. Same little controller I have on 3 of my planes, including the Z50, the little Cessna, which is kind of my favorite one because that one has a really good high rate. It turns on a dime, and you can make it tumble, wing overs, all that stuff. Here's the plastic part spare propellers, landing gear, and then the little fronts of the simulated jet engines. And then here you got the pack with the actual motors and the USB charger. You need your own charging head. So I'm in the Philippines. It's hard to get. I couldn't find foam glue very easy, and when I did find it, it was $10 for a little bottle, which is whatever, a third of the price of the plane. So I didn't buy it. I just used a hot glue gun. It won't eat the foam. That's what I did on this one. This one needed complete assembly, the tail section and all that. The wings had to be glued on. So it's fine. It flies great. It's strong. It's not gonna come apart. It doesn't hurt the foam. So if you don't have the foam glue, instead of using something that's too toxic that might melt the foam, the styrofoam, I've done that when I was younger. I had some foam models, and whatever I used on it, like a plastic modeling cement, kind of the foam disappeared. So you don't want to do that. So I will put it together, and then I'll show you what I know about it, and then later on we'll fly it too. So thank you. Guys, it's all done. I took my time, and maybe 1 hour it took to assemble it. So but basically the transmitter, when you press high rate on the right, then the LED will blink so you know what's in the high rate, and then the other side will the other one will turn off the LED on the bottom. And you can also buy the auxiliary LED lights that go underneath the wings. And so we'll just listen to it. It's going. And then it's got the gyros. You can hear the motors speed up and slow down to try and straighten it out. And basically, in shipping, one of the wings was a little bit wrinkled. The box was a little bit crushed. So I took a coffee cup and hot water in the coffee cup, and I just soaked the wing in there for a few seconds. And then I could reshape it a little bit. And then I did it one more time, and then reshaped it to get it so it wasn't damaged anymore. So that's one little trick you can use: hot water. If you crash it or something and it wrinkles it or twists it or something, you can use hot water and shape it. And then I did something different from the manual. The manual says glue on the motors first and then put the plastic supports on afterwards. And I had watched a guy on YouTube assemble his, and he had his motors all crooked and it didn't look good. Mine are nice and straight. So what I did is I glued on the plastic supports first, because the wings have the notches in them. The round ones are in the middle and then the more square on the outside. So those I got perfectly straight. And then when they were dry, then I mounted the motors into them. So my motors are nice and straight. So just a little tip, I guess, instead of doing it the way the manual says, because that way you don't really have a way to align it nice. But next we'll test fly it and see how it goes. It looks pretty sweet and it seems pretty strong. The motors shouldn't break off unless you really crash it hard, because they're glued on the bottom plus glued on the top with the plastic supports. So thanks for watching. Maybe you can subscribe, help me out. I'm having lots of fun sharing my hobby with everybody, and I learn a little bit from some of the other guys on YouTube, and then I also share what I learned on my own or some of my little tricks. So thank you.
Okay.